Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal content. Me and my duo partner actually placed 79 in the world pre-adjustments to the points. So if you don't know, they actually make adjustments to the points because the servers get out of sync and whatnot. And so before the adjustments, we made 79 in the world for day 3 of the Winter Royale NAE console tournament. Then day 2, we placed 210 in the world pre-adjustments. Now after the adjustments, we placed 247 day 2 and we placed 99 on day 3. So still top 250 on day 2 and top 100 on day 3. So that was pretty cool. But with that all said, we had a really good game in day 3 that kind of turned our day around. We had a really bad day with my mic disconnecting and just game sound going in and out. It was super bad. But our whole tournament turned around and we ended up playing really well. 15 eliminations. 25 points altogether, and we won the game. So with all of that together, again, 25 points, and without this game, it would have cost us $1,300. We would not have placed and gotten any money at all without this game. So this game is worth $1,300. Pretty insane game, and I think it's the perfect match to show you guys what we're thinking. I'm going to go ahead and commentate over all of it, and I'm going to show both perspectives as well, so you can see and really just understand what we're thinking the entire time. And also, of course, with the visuals of both perspectives. So with that said, guys, let's get right into it. So for our location today, we ended up landing at Misty Meadows. We just decided there's 12 chests in these few houses over here, and we figured that we can contest it pretty easy. We're pretty comfortable here, and there's a lot of escape routes if we have to, escape at some point. So at this point, we got 2 guys down here. Marine's going to drop down and put shots from a different angle than I am. And he actually gets a knock, so then I'm already applying pressure trying to get that kill. You want to make sure you're thirsting immediately, getting these elimination points. And at this point, the other player jumps up. Marine has a window where he can shoot through. He does a lot of headshot damage, and I jump up, cut off the angle, make sure that he does not escape. And you can see that we got some good loot off him. I actually dropped the purple pump because Marine is better with the pumps. So I'm going to let him take that. It's just better for our team in general, and I can make do with the green tack that I have. So right here, there's other people that landed on the far side of Misty Meadows. And so I'm already looking for snipes. I'm thinking I can easily get, pull off a snipe with someone standing still or something, trying to shoot someone. And it's 2 duos going at it. So as you can see, this guy stands still. Bam, get the headshot. And I'm immediately calling that out. I knock someone. So I'm immediately, trying to put pressure and push. And so as you'll see, I'll start doing that. However, the other team heard that snipe and actually pushed up on them. So all of a sudden I have 2 guys on me. Marine calls that out. I have to, box up a little bit. Luckily, Marine has that angle where he can put shots on and allow me to jump up and try to get finish somebody, right? Well, this guy jumps down, the guy that Marine hit, and so I'm that's my target, right? I'm trying to get him. And then Marine goes to the other side trying to get that double SMG from 2 angles. Somehow he slips out. I'm not really too sure how that happened, but we're just gonna keep applying pressure. Marine thinks he heard someone up by the river, so he goes. I saw this guy go in here or build that brick wall, so I knew he was in here, and we box. Basically on this guy's death where he died. Now at this point, Marine's gonna try to box next to me. We're just trying to play together. That's the smartest way to play duos. And as you can see, the gingerbread man or woman that I sniped is actually up again. And so I call it out. I'm thinking he might be weak. Maybe he had to heal. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go out. I hear these guys shooting, and so I'm gonna obviously put shots on with the SMG. Now this wall disappears, and because of that, Marine actually goes down. And now at this point, I make sure I get the thirst, and I make sure that I hold the wall so that my teammate doesn't get thirsted. I recognize, as you can see, that he's underneath my flattened cone that I had placed above me, and so I edit down. If you can get those aggressive finishes, then don't always worry about getting your teammate up. Sometimes it's just better to just end the fight quickly. Now after that, we hear the reboot van go off. We're like, oh, this is a good game. We're getting good eliminations. We need to keep pressure going on these guys. And as you can see, rookie mistake, I forgot to reload my AR. Make sure you're reloading after fights. But luckily, Marine jumps up and he's able to get really good shots on the guy that just got rebooted. However, at this point, Marine takes a lot of damage right there because he can't build on that reboot van. And so at this point, I'm just thinking I need to get shots on the guy up top. And I see my mats, and I'm like, yo, I'm going to be spinning all my mats because I have tons of them, and we'll get more after we kill these guys. So I'm going to start building over, making him push me. And then as you can see, Marine just annihilates that guy with the good old controller right there. Now this guy comes out of nowhere. I didn't know that was his teammate. I thought that we were getting third party, so I was kind of freaking out. But luckily that was the guy that was really weak, and so I was able to finish him pretty quickly. Now the last guy turns into a complete rat and is just, as I just said, he's literally just a rat. He's using the house. He's doing what he should be doing. So to take a guy down like this, we're just trying to get on 2 angles, and Marine calls out that he's in the bedroom. Gets a nice little 48 shot on him, and so I'm thinking I'm going to push in. Unfortunately, he drops down, and so my first move is I'm thinking he's going to go out the front door, but maybe I can cut him off and get a shot through this window. He boxes in the bathroom. Marine didn't know that, and I didn't call that out. And so Marine doesn't get on the other side, unfortunately. This allows him to sneak out the front, and so that's just bad communication on my part, and I didn't know that Marine didn't hear him. So now we're having to, again, chase him even further, and so I'm just trying to put as many shots on him as I can. Gotta reload everything, but luckily, Marine is able to jump over the roof and keep eyes on this guy. He does miss a pump, and you can see Marine has no shields, and so I'm, at this point, as a duo, I'm just trying to get there and get SMG shots and make sure that the guy does not feel like he has my duo trapped alone, because that's the worst situation. Always want to stay with your duo. Now at this point we're rotating to Storm. We're trying to play. We've already got what, 7, 8 kills, something like that. We have a lot of kills, 8 kills I believe. Maybe only 6. It says 6 on my stream. I'm pretty sure we have 7. It doesn't really always count it correctly. As you can see though, we did not see that duo rotate. I got completely just destroyed right here. I'm thinking this game might be over. I'm just trying to build a lot. Marine was kind of behind, so he couldn't really help me out too much. So I'm just trying to build a lot to where they don't know where I am. I start popping minis, and now Marine is doing his job trying to distract while I heal a little bit. He's going for height, trying to secure that high ground. And then since he's up there, he calls it out. I know that I got to get up there, and we have to, again, play together. It's the most important thing in duos is to play together. Now I'm just trying to put shots on these guys, make sure that they can't get up here. Now what you'll notice, I cracked that guy, and so Marine immediately comes, and he's just trying to get me up with that bandage gun. This is a strategy that we always used. We also knew that that guy, their team was not contesting height at the time, so he knew that he could heal me. Now this guy jumps up for some reason, and like I just said, play with your duo. Never do this. Do not contest a team of 2 by yourself, especially if your teammate's really, really low. What that guy should have done is dropped down and helped out the guy on bottom. So at this point, we actually didn't know where that guy's teammate went. It turns out he went into the river without us seeing, so we actually missed out on a kill there, unfortunately. Now at this point, you can see the zone on my map. We're thinking we got to get to zone, but we heard people shooting up here, and we're like, you know what, forget it. We've been having a bad day. Let's just push these guys, and if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. So Marine gets some good shots on these guys. Meanwhile, I'm moving up, just trying to do my job. One of them goes down. I put a rocket, and I'm just trying to finish this guy ASAP, which luckily he didn't see me coming, I guess, and I was able to get behind him. Also, just a note, this is our third to last game. I don't know if I said that at the beginning or not. But yeah, this is our third to last game. We were getting just completely bad games before this. We had already played, we played out all 15 games, so this was our 13th game. And you can see we started out with like 61 points, so we're going to end it with 86. This is an insane game for us. But anyway, we're thinking we can go up this right side. Unfortunately, Storm is just way too fast. So now, as you'll see, we have to go to the left, which is way more open, and we did not want to do that. Because as you can see, we got 2 points of high ground. There's also another building on the left. There's tons of buildings underneath those. Windows are being edited, or walls are being edited, and we're just super concerned about doing this. Now, the fact that we were able to rotate all the way to circle without spinning any mats is what ultimately let us make the decision to take the high ground from these guys that we're about to in the north direction, in that metal and brick up there. So as you can see, we're thinking about it, and we're like, yo, let's just do it. We got full mats, why not? We got an RPG. If you have an RPG, it's just crucial that you take high ground, and you'll be able to contest it way easier. So immediately, I'm just trying to get as high as possible, and just put flats, and just get at least 2 levels above them. And at this point, we have the RPG. There's no way that they're taking our high ground unless they shoot us out, which they're not going to do because they don't want to risk losing the game. So as you can see, 32 people alive, and we got this very small circle coming up, and we're actually going to have to go down the mountain, unfortunately. So I'm just trying to look for a few rocket shots. I'm not trying to do anything special here, just maybe down one guy. I'm not too sure if I could or not. But we're trying to really maintain high ground, and we realized that we need to go forward actually because the storm is just making us do that. And so again, Marine's calling out, yo, we need to keep high ground up there, and I agree. And so I start going there, and then I'm like, yo, this guy's right here, maybe I can kill him. This is like a rookie mistake. Don't ever do this and chase someone like that. I immediately realized what I was doing, and I said, no, I don't need to go for that kill. Let's just hold high ground. Playing zone is more important, right? So we do that, and so here we are. So now at this point, we have a lot of people beneath us, obviously rotating still. We have to go further. Now there is that other big building on the right side currently from my angle of the screen, and those guys are the other contestants of high ground. So what you want to do with rockets is always rocket at them and just keep pressure on them as much as you can. So at this point, we start getting targeted a little bit, and so we start trying to hold the flat and the cones, and just make sure that we don't get targeted too much. I actually go back in the storm, you'll see, just to reinforce it, make sure we don't go down. And then yeah, they start shooting rockets, and so obviously you gotta shoot, fight fire with fire. Just keep doing what they're doing to us, basically. Trying to win that battle. Now luckily they had guys directly underneath them, and so that kind of let us win this a lot easier. We had basically no one contesting us except for them. They had someone on them. So at this point, Storm's moving fast. We got to go down. So we're looking for builds to build over to. And so we have this stuff on the right or left. We get shot down. Luckily, we're already there, so we don't take any fall damage. And at this point, I'm telling Marine he needs to build because I want to rocket and make sure that we don't lose high ground. That's the most important thing, is just to hold that high ground, right? So they're already putting shots on us. Luckily, Marine hasn't built with metal yet, so now he's doing that. And I actually, look at this. He places a wall and actually gets his teammate hit. I was just freaking out trying to get some pressure on them. I didn't really have time to line up that rocket shot. But yeah, again, I'm just trying to look for pokes with those rockets. We get shot down, but it's not too bad. We're able to stay up and keep our high ground. And right here, I take a little bit more time to make sure that I hit them. And again, as you'll see here in a second, they're still shooting people up there. They're boxing and coning. There's people above them. And so I'm like, dude, this is prime Rocket City. Like, it's just a bad situation for them. Those guys are trying to hold high ground, and so I just keep rocketing. I'm not going to let any of them get high ground. As you can see, I still got 5 rockets left. Marine has 2 that he can give me, and so this whole time I'm just looking for rocket pokes. Now as you can see, the storm actually goes back in our favor, which is the most perfect situation you can ever get. Now if it had gone the other direction, we would have simply have built up even higher above them because the storm is small enough, and we would have rocketed down and kept our high ground that way. Now fortunately, again, the circle's going to the right where we just came from. So it means we get to spend less mats and we can still hold our high ground that way. And so that's exactly what we do. We're just looking for rocket pokes. Marine drops some rockets for me. So only got 2 left, and I actually end up wasting these, unfortunately, as you'll see. I try to get some pre-fire rockets, but they end up not building where I think they're going to build. And so I don't get to use them too well. But it's alright. We ended up winning anyway. So again, we're just trying to keep pressure on people. We're hearing a lot of firing. I mean, there's still 7 people up, which is... I guess it's pretty typical, but again, another wasted rocket, kind of unfortunate. But as you can see, again, the storm is helping us a lot. There's tons of builds that we can use. Mat count is not doing too well, unfortunately, 110 wood. Now again, there's a lot of fire going on down here, so I'm thinking I can get a thirst, or at least a down of some sort. Unfortunately, I don't. And so at this point, we're just trying to play ultra safe. We got high ground. We don't want to mess up anything. So we see these builds. We got to connect to it. Very important to do that and just keep high ground. Now right here, everyone's kind of collapsing, having to go up this small little hill, so this is a perfect opportunity to look for pokes. I ended up killing that guy on that team, and then Marine kills the other guy from a different team. And now it's a 2v2 at this situation. You see there's 4 people up, we have 12 kills. I think we actually have 13 kills, it's just behind on my screen. Because we get points for 15, so... but these guys are building out, they get all the mats. You'll notice that's one bad situation about keeping high ground. You don't really get access to a lot of mats, and so yeah, we had to play around that. I'm also out of rockets, which would have became very in handy at this point. So yeah, we have, I think Marine has 2 walls to build or 3 walls to build, so I'm telling him that he needs to build. And at this point, we're also thinking we might play the heal off. We didn't really know, so I had him drop all of his heals so that I could win the heal off. At this point, we got harpooned down, and luckily I said nope. That guy tried to build out in the storm. I missed my pump, but luckily Marine gets all the SMG shots on that guy, and we collapse on him. Just the biggest takeaway from that whole thing is just playing together and communicating. If you're not doing that, you will not win at all. So with that said, hopefully that was enjoyable. Again, we had 15 kills total, and the victory royale, so we got 10 points for placement in total, so 25 points, 61 to 86. That was the best game we had the entire tournament. So after that, we ended up getting top 3 the next game, and then we got like top 21 with 2 kills the final game, which everyone was playing placement, so it was super hard. But yeah, we ended up with 101 points, and as I said, placed 79 before adjustments and 99 after adjustments, so still top 100. So pretty cool tournament all around, and so yeah, learned a lot. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed, and if you want to see more content like this, just let me know, and I'll be happy to do that. I have tons of gameplay that I want to show you guys from the tournament, such as this one. So yeah, with that said, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.